Welcome to Orange Bowl. Oregon against Notre Dame. For this Action PC playoff game. Stevenson to kick off. The kick from Stevenson is returned 13 yards by Graybeal, Bernal on the tackle. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Transfers control to Emmons. Emmons on the carry, gain of 5, Gallagher on the tackle. Single wing formation. The handoff to Emmons. Emmons with the carry, gain of 3, Kelly on the tackle. Third and 2 at the 50. Single wing formation. Gebhardt calls out the signals. Fades back to pass. Medium hitch. Caught by Yerby inside the 20. Gebhardt completes the pass to Yerby, 35-yard gain, Stevenson on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. The give to Gebhardt. He throws to Emmons. He dropped it. Gebhardt throws incomplete to Emmons, Loney on the coverage. Single wing formation. Emmons with the handoff. Emmons with the carry, penalty on the play.
Holding, offense. Number 77, 10-yard penalty.
Single wing formation. Hand off to Smith. He throws to Emmons. Incomplete. Smith passes to Emmons, incomplete, Loney on the coverage. Third and 20 from the 25. Single wing formation. Blankenshop out wide. Gebhardt back to pass. Short slant. Incomplete. Gebhardt to Blankenshop, incomplete, Zontinai on the coverage. Fourth and 20 at the 25. Single wing formation. Gebhardt calls out the signals. Drops back to pass. Long slant to Donovan. Gebhardt is intercepted by Stevenson, return of 0. Saga in the shotgun. Sheridan with the handoff. 1-yard run by Sheridan, Donovan on the tackle. Second and 9 from the 21. Bootleg. Saga on the bootleg, 7-yard gain, Robertson on the stop. Third and 2. Saga is back to pass. Short curl to Brown. Incomplete. Saga throws incomplete to Brown, Nicholson on the coverage. Stevenson to punt. 44-yard punt by Stevenson, return of 4 by Gebhardt. Penalty flag.
Encroachment, defense. Number 73, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
First and 5. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Hand off to Stenstrom. Stenstrom on the carry, gain of 1, Kelly with the tackle. Second and 4 from the 38. Single wing formation. Hankinson hands to Stenstrom. Stenstrom with a gain of 8 on the play, Kelly with the tackle, first down. Flag on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 67, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
First and 15. Single wing formation. Blankenshop split wide. Gebhardt sets up in the pocket. False. Gebhardt on the carry, 7-yard gain, Stevenson on the tackle. Second and 8 from the 48. Single wing formation. High snap. Fumble. Gebhardt lost 10 on the play, fumble recovered by Gebhardt, Oregon maintains possession. Third and 18 from the 38. Single wing formation. Gebhardt fades back to pass. Medium into Yerby. He makes the catch. Gebhardt completes the pass to Yerby, gain of 31, Zontinai with the tackle, first down. First and 10 at the 31. Single wing formation. Blankenshop split outside. Hand off to Smith. Smith has room to run. Smith on the carry, gain of 12, Stevenson on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Bootleg. Gebhardt on the bootleg, no gain, Brown on the tackle. Second and 10 from the 19. Single wing formation. The give to Emmons. Emmons the ball carrier, no gain, Kell on the tackle. Third and 10. Single wing formation. Current drive, 8 plays, 44 yards. 3:23 off the clock. Gebhardt fades back to pass. Medium hitch. Caught by Yerby at the goal line. Gebhardt completes the pass to Yerby, gain of 19, Zontinai with the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Goal line defense. Gebhardt calls the signals. Hand off to Gebhardt. Gebhardt throws to Stenstrom, complete. Gebhardt with the pass to Stenstrom, touchdown Oregon. Nicholson will try the point after. Nicholson makes the extra point, Oregon 7, Notre Dame 0. Here's the kick from Lance. The kick from Lance is returned 28 yards by Sheridan, Ratch on the tackle. Shotgun formation. Saga hands to Zontinai. Zontinai on the carry, gain of 4, Robertson on the tackle. Saga calls out the signals. Saga on the run. Saga gains 8 on the sweep, Bosket on the tackle, first down. Sheridan brings them to the line. First and 10 from the 48. Sheridan behind center. Draw to Sheridan. Sheridan with the carry, no gain, Regnato with the tackle. Second and 10 from the 48. Saga fades back to pass. Medium hitch. Incomplete. Saga throws incomplete to Crow. Flag on the play.
Offsides, defense. Number 67, 5-yard penalty.
Second and 5 from the 43. Saga hands to P-Pool. P-Pool on the carry, no gain, Bosket with the tackle. Third and 5 at the 43. Saga fades back to pass. False. Blocking in front. 26-yard gain by Saga, Nicholson on the tackle, first down. Saga calls out the signals. The handoff to Sheridan. 3-yard run by Sheridan, Robertson on the tackle. Handoff to Sheridan. Room to run, Sheridan the ball carrier, touchdown Notre Dame. Saga will try the point after. The kick by Saga is good, Oregon 7, Notre Dame 7. Here's the kick from Stevenson. The kick from Stevenson is returned 10 yards by Graybeal, Crow on the tackle. First and 10 at the 35. Single wing formation. Gebhardt in the shotgun. Give to Gebhardt. He throws to Stenstrom, complete. Gebhardt completes the pass to Stenstrom, gain of 11, Sitko on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Bootleg. Gebhardt on the bootleg, no gain, Kelly on the tackle. Single wing formation. Gebhardt fades back to pass. Gebhardt will run. Gebhardt with a lane. Gebhardt with a gain of 32 on the play, Basu on the tackle, first down. First and 10 at the 22. Single wing formation. Emmons with the handoff. Emmons with a gain of 2 on the play, Kerr on the tackle. Single wing formation. Hankinson behind center. Hankinson at the line. Hankinson tucks it under. Hankinson the ball carrier, loss of 3, Brown on the tackle. Penalty on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 77, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, third down.
Third and 16 from the 28. Single wing formation. Gebhardt at the line. Drops back to pass. Binater brings him down. Gebhardt is sacked by Binater, loss of 4. Fourth and 20. Single wing formation. Gebhardt drops back to pass. Medium cross. Incomplete. Gebhardt passes to Yerby, incomplete, Zontinai on the coverage. Saga from the shotgun. Saga barks out the signals. Saga tucks it under. Room to run. Saga on the sweep, gain of 18, flag on the field.
Holding. Offense. Number 71, 10-yard penalty.
First and 20 from the 22. Saga from the shotgun. Saga on the run. Saga the ball carrier, gain of 6, Robertson on the tackle. Saga fades back to pass. Medium hitch. Saga is intercepted by Emmons, return of 1. Single wing formation. Gebhardt from the shotgun. Bootleg. Gebhardt on the bootleg, gain of 7, Stevenson on the stop. Single wing formation. Gebhardt calling signals. Hankinson hands to Stenstrom. Stenstrom the ball carrier, no gain, Brown on the tackle. End of the first quarter, Oregon 7, Notre Dame 7. Third and 3. Single wing formation. Shovels it to Gebhardt. He throws to Emmons. Incomplete. Gebhardt throws incomplete to Emmons, Loney on the coverage. Gammon to punt. Sitko waiting inside his own 10. A 23-yard punt by Gammon, out of bounds. Saga in the shotgun. He fades back to pass. Short slant to Kerr. He dropped it. Saga to Kerr, incomplete, Emmons on the coverage. Tie score. Saga back to pass. Medium hitch to Brown. Complete. Saga to Brown, touchdown Notre Dame. Saga will try the point after. Saga converts the extra point, Notre Dame 14, Oregon 7. Here's the kick from Stevenson. The kick from Stevenson is returned 25 yards by Emmons, Crow on the tackle. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Hankinson running. With daylight. 10-yard gain by Gebhardt, Gallagher on the stop. Second and inches. Single wing formation. Blankenshop split out wide. Gebhardt fades back to pass. Short outside pass to Blankenshop, complete. Gebhardt completes the pass to Blankenshop, gain of 24, Zontinai on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Hankinson gives to Emmons. Emmons on the carry, loss of 1, Brown on the tackle. Second and 11 from the 31. Single wing formation. Blankenshop split wide. Gebhardt sets up in the pocket. False. Big hole. Gebhardt with a gain of 11 on the play, Stevenson on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Hankinson behind center. Blankenshop split out wide. Medium curl, caught by Gebhardt. Hankinson completes the pass to Gebhardt, touchdown Oregon. Nicholson will try the point after. Nicholson makes the extra point, Oregon 14, Notre Dame 14. Lands with the kick. The kick from Lance is returned 17 yards by Saga, Stenstrom on the tackle. Shotgun formation. Saga tucks it under. With daylight. Saga on the sweep, 18-yard gain, Murby on the tackle, first down. Bootleg. Saga on the bootleg, no gain, Donovan on the stop. Second and 10 from the 47. Bootleg. 10-yard run by Saga, Catanaccio on the tackle, first down. First and 10 from the 37. Running left. Sheridan on the pitch, no gain, Yerby on the tackle. Running right. Zontinai on the pitch, gain of 4, Robertson with the tackle. Third and 6. Zontinai on the draw. Zontinai on the draw, gain of 8, Nicholson on the tackle, first down. Saga calls the signals. Saga on the run. Saga with a gain of 7 on the play, flag on the field.
Offsides, defense. Number 78, 5-yard penalty.
Tie score. First and 5 from the 20. Peepool with the handoff. Peepool on the carry, loss of 1, Walden with the tackle. Saga at the line. Zontinai with the handoff. Zontinai with a gain of 9 on the play, Robertson on the tackle, first down. Saga running. Saga on the sweep, 8-yard gain, Regnatko with the tackle. Tie score. Second and 2. Hand off to Zontinai. Zontinai with the carry, no gain, Catanaccio on the tackle. Third and 2 from the 4. 11 play 61-yard drive. 4:27 off the clock. Saga tucks it under. Saga on the carry, touchdown Notre Dame. Saga will try the point after. Saga converts the extra point, Notre Dame 21, Oregon 14. Here's the kick from Stevenson. The kick from Stevenson is returned 10 yards by Emmons, O'Meara with the tackle. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Hand off to Emmons. Emmons on the carry, no gain, Kelly on the tackle. Single wing formation. Hankinson running. Has room to run. Gebhardt the ball carrier, 15-yard gain, Stevenson on the tackle, first down. Flag on the field.
False start. Offense. Number 38, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Single wing formation. Stenstrom with the handoff. Stenstrom with the carry, 10-yard gain, Stevenson on the tackle. Second and 5 at the 44. Single wing formation. Hankinson behind center. Hankinson running. Hankinson lost 3 on the play, Kelly on the stop. Third and 8 from the 47. Single wing formation. Transfers control to Gebhardt. He throws to Emmons. Gebhardt is intercepted by Logie, return of Shotgun. Saga at the line. Saga fades back to pass. Saga is off and running. Wide open field. Saga with a gain of 28 on the play. Gebhardt with the tackle, first down. Saga calls the signals. Bootlet. Room to run. Saga on the carry, gain of 13. Padnaso with the tackle, first down. Timeout, Notre Dame. Saga gives to Sheridan. Sheridan on the carry, gain of 2, Donovan with the tackle. Flag on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 34. 5-yard penalty. Repeat. Second down.
Second and 13. Peepool with the handoff. Peepool with a 2-yard run. Yerby on the tackle. Third and 11 from the 22. Saga drops back to pass. Saga is running. Saga with the carry, gain of 1, Yerby on the tackle. Fourth and 10 from the 21. Saga to throw. Medium fly. Complete. Saga to ground, touchdown Notre Dame. Saga will try the point after. Saga makes the extra point, Notre Dame 28, Oregon 14. Here's the kick from Stevenson. The kick from Stevenson is returned 12 yards by Emmons, Bernal on the stop. First and 10 from the 34. Single wing formation. Hankinson behind center. Blankenshop split out wide. Shotgun formation. Hankinson on the run. Hankinson on the sweep, loss of 3, Kerr on the tackle. Flag on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 68. 5-yard penalty. Repeat. Second down.
Second and 18. Single wing formation. Gebhardt sets up in the pocket. Gebhardt will run. Gebhardt running room. 32-yard run by Gebhardt, Stevenson on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Oregon in a hurry up. Gebhardt at the line. Hankinson hands to Stenstrom. Stenstrom on the carry, gain of 1, Kelly on the tackle. Second and 9 from the 41. Single wing formation. Gebhardt fades back to pass. Long out. Incomplete. Gebhardt throws incomplete to Donovan, Stevenson with the coverage. Third and 9 from the 41. Single wing formation. Hand off to Hankinson. He throws downfield to Donovan, incomplete. Gebhardt to Donovan, incomplete, Stevenson on the coverage. Gammon back in punt formation. Sitko waiting inside his own 10. "22-yard punt by Gammon, no return. Saga in the shotgun. Saga gives to P-Pool. P-Pool on the carry, no gain, Robertson on the tackle. Second and 10 at the 19. Saga calls out the signals. Zontainai with the handoff. Zontainai on the carry, gain of 4, Foskett with the tackle. Third and 6 at the 23. Saga sets up in the pocket. Short out pass. Incomplete. Saga to Kelly, incomplete, Emmons with the coverage. Stevenson to punt. "46-yard punt by Stevenson, return of 7 by Nicholson. Single wing formation. Blankensop out wide. Shotgun. Gebhardt barks out the signals. Emmons takes the handoff. Emmons with a 5-yard run, Gallagher on the tackle. Single wing formation. Oregon hustling to the line. Give to Smith. Smith lost 1 on the play, Viner on the tackle. Third and 6 from the 42. Single wing formation. Gebhardt drops back to pass. Gebhardt is off and running. Gebhardt on the carry, 7-yard gain, Stevenson on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Oregon hustling to the line. Gebhardt fades back to pass. Long outside pass. Incomplete. Gebhardt throws incomplete to Donovan, Stevenson with the coverage. Oregon trailing by 14. Single wing formation. Hand off to Hankinson. He throws downfield to Yerby, incomplete. Gebhardt to Yerby, incomplete, Zontainai with the coverage. Third and 10. Single wing formation. Gebhardt at the line. Hand off to Hankinson. He checks down to Emmons. Gebhardt is intercepted by Zontainai, return of 0. Notre Dame breaks the huddle. First and 10 from the 43. Shotgun. Saga tucks it under. Saga lost 4 on the play, Cadenasso on the tackle. End of the first half, Notre Dame 28, Oregon 14. Here's the kick from Lance. The kick from Lance is returned 20 yards by Saga, Stenstrom on the tackle. First and 10 from the 35. Sheridan behind center. Sheridan in the shotgun. Short hitch. He dropped it. Sheridan passes to Zontainai, incomplete, Cadenasso on the coverage. Saga at the line. Running right. Zontainai with the carry, gain of 4, Donovan on the tackle. Notre Dame breaks the huddle. Third and 6 from the 39. Saga fades back to pass. Medium hitch to Brown. Complete. Saga completes the pass to Brown, touchdown Notre Dame. Saga will try the point after. The kick by Saga is good, Notre Dame 35, Oregon 14. Stevenson with the kick. The kick from Stevenson is returned 9 yards by Emmons, O'Meara on the tackle. Single wing formation. Blankenshop split out wide. Shotgun formation. Gebhardt calling signals. Hankinson hands to Stenstrom. 3-yard run by Stenstrom, Brown on the tackle. Second and 7 from the 29. Single wing formation. Gebhardt calls out the signals. Emmons takes the handoff. Emmons on the carry, gain of 3, Kelly on the tackle. Third and 4 at the 32. Single wing formation. Gebhardt to throw. Short slant to Donovan, complete. Gebhardt completes the pass to Donovan, gain of 17, Stevenson on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Give to Stenstrom. Stenstrom with a gain of 2 on the play, Viner on the tackle. Single wing formation. Hankinson gives to Stenstrom. Stenstrom with a 2-yard run, Viner on the tackle. Third and 6. Single wing formation. Hand off to Gebhardt. He throws to Stenstrom. Incomplete. Gebhardt passes to Stenstrom, incomplete, Sitko on the coverage. Gammon back to punt. Sheridan standing inside his own 10. "20-yard punt by Gammon, out of bounds. Sagau from the shotgun. Sagau running. Lots of daylight. Sagau with a 17-yard run, Nicholson on the tackle, first down. First and 10 at the 44. Give to Zontainai. Zontainai on the carry, loss of 2, Robertson on the tackle. Sagau at the line. Bootleg. Big hole. Sagau with a gain of 30 on the play, Nicholson on the tackle, first down. Sagau calls the signals. Sagau running. Sagau on the sweep, 5-yard gain, penalty on the play.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 58. Automatic, first down.
Sagau at the line. Bootleg. Sagau running room, Sagau on the carry, touchdown Notre Dame. Sagau will try the point after. Sagau makes the extra point, Notre Dame 42, Oregon 14. Stevenson with the kick. The kick from Stevenson is returned 9 yards by Emmons, O'Meara on the tackle. Oregon trailing by 28. Single wing formation. Gebhardt from the shotgun. Hankinson tucks it under. Gebhardt on the sweep, loss of 4, Kelly with the tackle. Single wing formation. Blankenshop out wide. Gebhardt back to pass. Gebhardt will run. 6-yard gain by Gebhardt, Kelly on the tackle. Third and 8 from the 23. Single wing formation. The give to Gebhardt. Gebhardt dumps it to Donovan. Incomplete. Gebhardt to Donovan, incomplete, Stevenson on the coverage. Gammon back in punt formation. "35-yard punt by Gammon, 7-yard return by Sitko.
Illegal block. Receiving team, 15-yard penalty.
First and 10 at the 29. Shotgun formation. P-Pool takes the handoff. P-Pool the ball carrier, no gain, Robertson on the stop. Notre Dame up 28. Second and 10 from the 29. Hand off to Zontainai. Zontainai on the carry, gain of 3, flag on the field.
Holding, offense. Number 73, 10-yard penalty.
Second and 20 from the 19. Sagau fades back to pass. Short in. He dropped it. Sagau throws incomplete to Brown. Third and 20 from the 19. The hand off to Sheridan. 3-yard gain by Sheridan, Donovan on the tackle. Stevenson from punt formation. "39-yard punt by Stevenson, no return. First and 10 from the 39. Single wing formation. Gebhardt in the shotgun. He fades back to pass. He dumps it to Stenstrom, complete. Gebhardt to Stenstrom, 13-yard gain, Sitko on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Stenstrom with the handoff. Stenstrom with a gain of 2 on the play, Kerr on the stop. Single wing formation. Gebhardt calling signals. Hand off to Gebhardt. Gebhardt checks down to Stenstrom, incomplete. Gebhardt to Stenstrom, incomplete, Sitko on the coverage. Third and 8 from the 46. Single wing formation. Gebhardt calling signals. The snap is fumbled. Fumble. Gebhardt on the carry, loss of 4, fumble recovered by Gebhardt, Oregon maintains possession, Gammon back in punt formation. Sitko waiting inside his own 10. "25-yard punt by Gammon, out of bounds. Shotgun formation. Sheridan with the handoff. 1-yard gain by Sheridan, Walden with the tackle. Second and 9. Sagau slow to the line. Hand off to P-Pool. P-Pool lost 2 on the play, Jensen on the tackle. Third and 11. Sagau taking his time. Sagau tucks it under. Sagau on the sweep, no gain, Catanaccio on the tackle. Stevenson to punt. "46-yard punt by Stevenson, 8-yard return by Gebhardt. First and 10. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Bootleg. Gebhardt on the bootleg, gain of 1, Biner with the tackle. Oregon trailing by 28. Second and 9 at the 39. Single wing formation. Gebhardt sets up in the pocket. Gebhardt tucks it under. 2-yard run by Gebhardt, Kerr on the tackle. Third and 7. Single wing formation. Blankenshop split out wide. Gebhardt fades back to pass. Dropped by Gallagher. Gebhardt is sacked by Gallagher, loss of 7. Gammon back in punt formation. "38-yard punt by Gammon, return of 19 by Sheridan. First and 10 from the 47. Shotgun. Sagau gives to Sheridan. 3-yard gain by Sheridan, Robertson on the tackle. Second and 7 from the 50. Sagau taking his time. The handoff to Zontainai. Zontainai on the carry, gain of 1, Jensen on the tackle. Fighting Irish by 28. Third and 6. They're in a slow down. Sagau running. Sagau with a gain of 4 on the play, Boscott on the tackle, end of the third quarter, Notre Dame 42, Oregon 14. Fourth and 2 from the 45. Sagau calls the signals. Give to P-Pool. P-Pool on the carry, no gain, Boscott on the tackle. Single wing formation. Blankenshop lines up outside. Shotgun. Gebhardt fades back to pass. False. Gebhardt running room. Gebhardt with a gain of 12 on the play, Stevenson on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Gebhardt at the line. Gebhardt drops back to pass. Gebhardt will have to run. Running room. Gebhardt with a gain of 12 on the play, Stevenson with the tackle, first down. Oregon down 28. Single wing formation. Emmons with the handoff. Emmons with a 4-yard run, Kell on the tackle. Single wing formation. Blankenshop out wide. Bootleg. Gebhardt with the carry, 1-yard gain, Brown on the tackle. Oregon trailing by 28. Third and 5 from the 26. Single wing formation. Give to Gebhardt. He throws to Stenstrom. Complete. Gebhardt completes the pass to Stenstrom, gain of 15, Loanhey on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Hankinson hands to Hankinson. Hankinson on the carry, loss of 4, Basu on the tackle. Second and 14. Single wing formation. Gebhardt drops back to pass. Gebhardt will run. Gebhardt the ball carrier, gain of 5, Kerr on the tackle. Oregon breaks the huddle. Third and 9. Single wing formation. The snap is fumbled. Fumble. Gebhardt lost 3 on the play, fumble recovered by Gebhardt, Oregon maintains possession. Fourth and 12. Single wing formation. Give to Gebhardt. He throws to Yerby. Gebhardt throws incomplete to Yerby, Zontainai on the coverage. Notre Dame ahead by 28. Saga in the shotgun. Saga calls out the signals. Saga shovels it to Sheridan. Sheridan on the carry, loss of 1, Cadenasso with the tackle. Saga working very slowly. Sheridan takes the handoff. Sheridan on the carry, gain of 2, Jensen on the tackle. 3rd and 9 at the 14. Slow down offense. Saga fades back to pass. Medium slant to Brown. Nicholson got a hand in there at the 45. Saga is intercepted by Gebhardt, return of 0. Single wing formation. Gebhardt from the shotgun. Back to pass. Short sideline pass to Blankenship, complete. Gebhardt completes the pass to Blankenship, gain of 23, Zontinai on the tackle, first down. 1st and 10. Single wing formation. Blankenship split outside. Gebhardt calling signals. Hankinson pitches left to Smith. Smith on the pitch, loss of 4, Kerr on the tackle. Oregon trailing by 28. 2nd and 14. Single wing formation. Transfers control to Hankinson. He throws to Yerby, incomplete. Hankinson throws incomplete to Yerby, Zontinai on the coverage.
Pass interference, defense. Number 23. Automatic, first down.
Single wing formation. Blankenship out wide. Transfers control to Smith. Smith on the carry, no gain, Kell on the tackle. Single wing formation. Gebhardt fades back to pass. Short crossing pattern to Donovan, he makes the catch. Gebhardt completes the pass to Donovan, touchdown Oregon. Nicholson will try the point after. The kick by Nicholson is no good, Notre Dame 42, Oregon 20. Here's the kick from Lance. The kick from Lance is returned 15 yards by Saga, Stenstrom on the tackle. First and 10 from the 32. Saga from the shotgun. Saga hands to Sheridan. Sheridan on the carry, no gain, Robertson on the stop. Fighting Irish ahead by 22. Saga slow to the line. Saga with the handoff to P-Pool. P-Pool on the carry, gain of 3, Donovan on the tackle. Third and 7 from the 35. Saga taking his time. Saga shovels it to Sheridan. Sheridan with a 1-yard run, Donovan on the tackle. Stevenson to punt. "46-yard punt by Stevenson, return of 9 by Gebhardt. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Hankinson hands to Emmons. Emmons on the carry, 3-yard gain, Brown on the stop. Penalty on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 68, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Single wing formation. Gebhardt sets up in the pocket. False. Room to run. Gebhardt on the carry, 23-yard gain, Stevenson on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Gebhardt calling signals. Hand off to Hankinson. He throws to Emmons. Incomplete. Hankinson to Emmons, incomplete, Loney on the coverage. Single wing formation. Gebhardt fades back to pass. It's dumped to Emmons. Complete. Gebhardt passes to Emmons, gain of 5, McGoldrick on the tackle. Third and 5 from the 47. Single wing formation. Gebhardt calls out the signals. He fades back to pass. Short hitch. Incomplete. Gebhardt throws incomplete to Yerby, Zontinai on the coverage. Fourth and 5 at the 47. Single wing formation. Transfers control to Gebhardt. He throws underneath to Emmons. Incomplete. Gebhardt throws incomplete to Emmons. First and 10 from the 47. Shotgun formation. Saga at the line. Saga gives to P-Pool. 1 yard run by P-Pool, Walden on the tackle. Second and 9 from the 48. Slow down offense. Saga tucks it under. Saga gets to the second level. Saga on the sweep, 10-yard gain, Regnato on the tackle, first down. Slow down. Saga with the give to P-Pool. P-Pool on the carry, no gain, Walden with the tackle. Elmer Layton is feeling good. Second and 10 from the 42. Notre Dame in no hurry. Hand off to P-Pool. P-Pool on the carry, 1-yard gain, Robertson on the tackle. Fighting Irish by 22. Third and 9. Notre Dame taking their time. Heatley. Saga lost 4 on the play, Jensen with the tackle. Stevenson to punt. Nicholson waiting inside his own 10. "31-yard punt by Stevenson, out of bounds. First and 10 from the 14. Single wing formation. Gebhardt in the shotgun. Hand off to Hankinson. He throws downfield to Donovan, incomplete. Gebhardt passes to Donovan, incomplete, Crow with the coverage. Oregon down 22. Single wing formation. Gebhardt fades back to pass. Gebhardt dumps it to Emmons. He dropped it. Gebhardt throws incomplete to Emmons, Loney on the coverage. Third and 10 at the 14. Single wing formation. Gebhardt at the line. Hand off to Hankinson. He throws downfield to Yerby, incomplete. Gebhardt throws incomplete to Yerby. Flag on the play.
Holding, offense. Number 11.
Gammon deep in punt formation. "39-yard punt by Gammon, return of 2 by Sitko. Fighting Irish by 22. First and 10. Saga in the shotgun. The hand off to Sheridan. Sheridan on the carry, no gain, Hasselt on the stop. Notre Dame working slowly. Bootleg. Sagat on the bootleg, gain of 2, Peters on the tackle. Sagat will go to a knee. Notre Dame 42, Oregon 20. Welcome to Orange Bowl. Northwestern against Marquette. For this Action PC playoff game. Here's the kick from Coster. The kick from Coster is returned 68 yards by Jefferson, Coster on the tackle. Single wing formation. Ryan from the shotgun. Sets to throw. Short sideline pass to Deal. He dropped it. Ryan throws incomplete to Deal. Single wing formation. The give to Ryan. He throws to Soper. Ryan throws incomplete to Soper, Malsk on the coverage. Third and goal. Single wing formation. McGurn on the draw. McGurn on the carry, loss of 1, Seifert with the tackle. 23-yard attempt for Cantillas. Mezek to hold. This will give them the lead. The snap from Heyman. Cantillas missed the 23-yard field goal. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Woods drops back to pass. Short out to Vosberg. He makes the grab. Woods to Vosberg, 10-yard gain, Ryan on the tackle. Second and a foot at the 30. Single wing formation. And off to Woods. He throws to Caldagelli. Woods is intercepted by Honenstein, return of 33. Single wing formation. Ryan from the shotgun. Fades back to pass. Ryan throws to McGurn. Incomplete. Ryan to McGurn, incomplete. Apolsky's on the coverage. Single wing formation. Soper pitches left to McGurn. McGurn on the pitch, touchdown Northwestern. Cantillas will try the point after. The kick by Cantillas is good, Northwestern 7, Marquette 0. Here's the kick from Cantillas. The kick from Cantillas is returned 30 yards by Marq, Mezek on the tackle.
Holding. Receiving team. 15-yard penalty.
Single wing formation. From the shotgun. Leonzinar with the handoff. Leonzinar on the carry, gain of 1, EB on the stop. Second and 9. Single wing formation. Woods calling signals. Vidic with the handoff. Vidic on the carry, no gain, Voits with the tackle. Third and 9. Single wing formation. Woods sets up in the pocket. Medium button hook to Vosberg, complete. Woods completes the pass to Vosberg, gain of 29, Ryan on the stop, first down. First and 10. Single wing formation. Woods calls out the signals. Woods fades back to pass. Woods will run. Woods with the carry, gain of 1, Voits on the tackle. Single wing formation. Thompson split outside. Vidic with the handoff. Vidic on the carry, no gain, EB on the tackle. Third and 9 at the 46. Single wing formation. Hand off to Caldagelli. He throws to Berg. He dropped it. Caldagelli throws incomplete to Berg. Build a deep in punt formation. Ryan waiting inside his own 10. "31-yard punt by Bilda, return of 9 by Ryan. First and 10 at the 32. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Give to McGurn. McGurn with a gain of 1 on the play, Thompson on the tackle. Single wing formation. Soper tucks it under. Ryan with a gain of 1 on the play, Vosberg on the stop. Northwestern breaks the huddle. Third and 8 from the 34. Single wing formation. Give to McGurn. He throws to Deal. Complete. McGurn completes the pass to Deal. Penalty flag.
Holding, offense. Number 15, 10-yard penalty.
Third and 18. Single wing formation. Ryan drops back to pass. Medium out pass to Eby. Complete. Ryan to Eby, 19-yard gain, Phillips on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Soper with the give to McGurn. Room for McGurn. McGurn the ball carrier, gain of 36, Phillips on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. The give to Ryan. He throws to McGurn. Incomplete. Ryan to McGurn, incomplete, Apolsky's on the coverage. Single wing formation. Give to Ryan. He throws to Lasky. Complete. Ryan completes the pass to Lasky, touchdown Northwestern. Contias will try the point after. The kick by Contias is good, Northwestern 14, Marq 0. Here's the kick from Contias. The kick from Contias is returned 38 yards by Caldagelli, Contias with the tackle.
Illegal block. Receiving team. 15-yard penalty.
Single wing formation. Back in the shotgun. Transfers control to Woods. He throws to Caldagelli. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Caldagelli, method on the coverage. Second and 10. Single wing formation. Woods at the line. Leonzinar with the transfer. Leonzinar on the sweep, gain of 3, deal on the tackle. Third and 7 from the 32. Single wing formation. Woods at the line. Hand off to Woods. He dumps it to Fidek. Incomplete. Woods passes to Fidek, incomplete. Bilda back in punt formation. "42-yard punt by Bilda, return of 4 by Honenstein.
Offsides. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Single wing formation. From the shotgun. Soper gives to Lasky. Lasky on the carry, no gain, Vizier with the tackle. Second and 10 at the 30. Single wing formation. Ryan yelling out the signals. Hand off to Soper. Running room. 17-yard run by Soper, Thompson on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. The give to Lasky. Lasky on the carry, 1-yard gain, Briggs with the tackle. Single wing formation. Soper gives to Lasky. Lasky the ball carrier, no gain, Sleske with the tackle. Third and 9 at the 48. Single wing formation. Ryan sets up in the pocket. Medium in. Caught by Deal at the 32. Ryan completes the pass to Deal, gain of 21, Leonzinar with the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Hertel with the handoff. Hertel with a 1-yard run, Malsk on the stop. Single wing formation. Ryan sets up in the pocket. Medium out. Caught by Deal. Ryan passes to Deal, touchdown Northwestern. Contias will try the point after. Contias converts the extra point, Northwestern 21, Marq 0. Here's the kick from Contias. The kick from Cantias is returned 29 yards by Leonzinar, Pertel with the tackle.
Holding, receiving team, 15-yard penalty.
Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Woods barks out the signals. Drops back to pass. He passes to Fidic, he makes the catch. Woods to Fidic, 7-yard gain, Jefferson on the stop. Second and 3. Single wing formation. Woods takes a deep drop. Woods is running. 1-yard run by Woods, Voigts on the tackle. Third and 2 at the 24. Single wing formation. Woods sets up in the pocket. Woods will run. Woods with a gain of 1 on the play, deal with the tackle. Build a deep in punt formation. "37-yard punt by Bilda, return of 10 by Ryan."
Illegal block, receiving team, 15-yard penalty.
First and 10. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Bootleg. Ryan on the bootleg, gain of 8, Phillips on the tackle. Second and 2. Single wing formation. Ryan calling the signals. Ryan sets up in the pocket. Ryan throws downfield to McGurn. Hit by Apple skis at the 43. Ryan is intercepted by Apple skis, return of 23. Single wing formation. From the shotgun. Woods barks out the signals. Leonzinar gives to Fidic. Fidic on the carry, no gain, Daly on the tackle. Marquette trailing by 21. Second and 10 at the 20. 3:05 left in the first. Single wing formation. Give to Woods. He throws to Fidic. Complete. Woods completes the pass to Fidic, touchdown Marquette. Leonzinar will try the point after. Leonzinar converts the extra point, Northwestern 21, Marquette 7. Coster to kick off. The kick from Coster is returned 25 yards by Jefferson, Coster with the tackle. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Bootleg. Ryan on the bootleg, gain of 11, Phillips with the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Hand off to Soper. He throws to Deal, complete. Soper completes the pass to Deal, gain of 12, Leonzinar on the tackle, first down. First and 10 from the 26. Single wing formation. The hand off to Soper. Wide open field. Soper with the carry, gain of 10, Seifert on the tackle. Single wing formation. Ryan barks out the signals. Soper tucks it under. Ryan gains 15 on the sweep, Phillips with the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Goal line defense. Soper gives to McGurn. McGurn on the carry, touchdown Northwestern. Cantillas will try the point after. The kick by Cantillas is good. Northwestern 28, Marq 7. Cantillas to kick off. The kick from Cantillas is returned 1 yards by Leonzanar. Cantillas on the stop. First and 10 from the 18. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Hand off to Leonzanar. He throws to Thompson. Incomplete. Leonzanar with the pass to Thompson. Incomplete. Honenstein on the coverage. Single wing formation. The give to Caldagelli. He throws to Vosberg. Incomplete. Caldagelli throws incomplete to Vosberg. Ryan on the coverage. Third and 10 from the 18. Single wing formation. Woods at the line. Fades back to pass. He dumps it to Fidek. Complete. Woods passes to Fidek. Gain of 9. Ryan with the tackle. End of the first quarter. Northwestern 28. Build up back in punt formation. .38-yard punt by Bilda. Return of 8 by Ryan. Single wing formation. Ryan from the shotgun. Transfers control to Ryan. He throws to Deal. Complete. Ryan to Deal. Gain of 13. Leonzanar on the tackle. First down. Single wing formation. The hand off to McGurn. McGurn on the carry. Loss of 1. Vizier with the tackle. Single wing formation. Ryan fades back to pass. Ryan is running with it. Lots of daylight. 15-yard gain by Ryan. Phillips on the tackle. First down. First and 10 from the 30. Single wing formation. Ryan at the line. McGurn with the hand off. McGurn with a gain of 1 on the play. Thompson on the tackle. Second and 9. Single wing formation. Lasky with the hand off. Lasky on the carry. Gain of 1. Apolsky's on the tackle. Third and 8. Single wing formation. Soper gives to McGurn. McGurn the ball carrier. No gain. Burke on the tackle. Fourth and 8 from the 28. Single wing formation. Ryan back to pass. He passes to Eby. He dropped it. Ryan with the pass to Eby. Incomplete. Phillips on the coverage. Single wing formation. Woods in the shotgun. Woods at the line. Leonzanar hands to Fidek. Fidek on the carry. 1-yard gain. Daly on the tackle. Single wing formation. Woods takes a deep drop. False. 1-yard run by Woods. Deal on the stop. Third and 8 from the 30. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Pass in the flat to Fidek. Incomplete. Woods to Fidek. Incomplete. Method on the coverage. Build a deep in punt formation. .38-yard punt by Bilda. Return of 4 by Honenstein. Northwestern up 21. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. The hand off to McGurn. McGurn on the carry, no gain, Thompson on the tackle. Second and 10. Single wing formation. Hand off to Ryan. Blindsided by Burke. Ryan is sacked by Burke, loss of 11, flag on the play. Third and 21. Single wing formation. Ryan sets up in the pocket. Short out. Deal with the catch at the 34. Ryan completes the pass to Deal, 10-yard gain, Leonzanar on the stop. Pertel from punt formation. "35-yard punt by Pertel, 8-yard return by Marq. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Give to Woods. He throws to Vosberg. Incomplete. Woods with the pass to Vosberg, incomplete, Ryan with the coverage. Single wing formation. Woods fades deep in the pocket. Woods is running with it. Woods on the carry, gain of 1, Cutley Ike with the tackle. Marquette trailing by 21. Third and 9 from the 39. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Medium sideline pass to Caldagelli. He dropped it. Woods throws incomplete to Caldagelli, method on the coverage. Build a deep in punt formation. "42-yard punt by Bilda, 5-yard return by Honenstein. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Ryan sets up in the pocket. Long fly. Incomplete. Ryan throws incomplete to Evie, Phillips on the coverage. Single wing formation. Ryan fades deep in the pocket. Ryan is running. 7-yard run by Ryan. Flag on the field.
Holding, offense. Number 61, 10-yard penalty.
Second and 20 at the 14. Single wing formation. Ryan is back to pass. Short button hook, McGurn with the catch at the 19. Ryan to McGurn, gain of 9, Apolsky's on the stop. Third and 11 from the 23. Single wing formation. Ryan back to pass. Medium crossing pass. Phillips knocked it in the air at the 38. Ryan is intercepted by Marq, return of 0. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Slips it to Woods. Sacked by Evie. Woods is sacked by Evie, loss of 9. Second and 19 from the 47. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Medium hitch to Burke. Incomplete. Woods to Burke, incomplete. Third and 19 from the 47. Single wing formation. Woods drops back to pass. Medium in. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Thompson. Penalty on the play.
Grabbing the face mask. Defense. Number 44, 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Single wing formation. The give to Leonzinar. Leonzinar with the carry. Gain of 3. Voits on the tackle. Single wing formation. Woods at the line. Sets to throw. Woods to Caldagelli. Incomplete. Woods passes to Caldagelli. Incomplete. Method on the coverage. Third and 7 from the 39. Single wing formation. The give to Woods. Sacked by Voits. Woods is sacked by Voits. Loss of 8. Penalty on the play.
Grabbing the face mask. Defense. Number 44, 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Single wing formation. Woods at the line. Leonzinar gives to Caldagelli. Caldagelli lost 4 on the play. Method with the tackle. Single wing formation. Woods sets up in the pocket. Short button hook. He dropped it. Woods throws incomplete to Caldagelli. Method on the coverage. Third and 14 from the 28. Single wing formation. Woods at the line. Back to pass. Medium cross. Complete. Woods passes to Vosberg. Gain of 20. Ryan on the tackle. First down. Marquette breaks the huddle. First and goal from the 8. Single wing formation. Hand off to Woods. He throws to Vosberg. Woods passes to Vosberg. Incomplete. Ryan on the coverage. Single wing formation. Woods calls out the signals. Give to Woods. He throws to Caldagelli. He dropped it. Woods throws incomplete to Caldagelli. Marquette down by 21. Third and goal from the 8. Single wing formation. Woods sets up in the pocket. Woods will have to run. Woods the ball carrier. Gain of 1. Method on the tackle. 24-yard attempt for Koster. Koster to hold. Briggs with the snap. Koster missed the 24-yard kick. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Soper running. Big hole. 10-yard run by Ryan. Apolsky's on the tackle. First down. Single wing formation. Ryan fades back to pass. Long hitch to Evie. He dropped it. Ryan to Evie. Incomplete. Flag on the field.
Holding. Offense. Number 64, 10-yard penalty.
First and 20 at the 20. Single wing formation. The give to Ryan. He throws to Deal. Incomplete. Ryan to Deal. Incomplete. Leonzinar on the coverage. Second and 20 at the 20. Single wing formation. Ryan shouting instructions. Give to Soper. He throws to McGurn. Incomplete. Soper to McGurn. Incomplete. Apolsky's on the coverage. Northwestern by 21. 3rd and 20. 3:45 left in the second. Single wing formation. Ryan fades back to pass. Long sideline pass. EB with the catch at the 49. Ryan passes to EB, gain of 34, Phillips with the tackle, first down. Northwestern breaks the huddle. Single wing formation. Soper takes the handoff. Has room to run. Soper the ball carrier, gain of 44, Phillips on the tackle, first down. First and goal at the 2. Single wing formation. Stacked line. Soper gives to Lasky. Lasky on the carry, loss of 1, Seifert on the tackle. Second and goal from the 3. Single wing formation. Soper tucks it under. Ryan on the sweep, no gain, flag on the play.
Holding, offense. Number 23, 10-yard penalty.
Single wing formation. Ryan drops back to pass. Ryan is off and running. Running room. Ryan on the carry, touchdown Northwestern. Contias will try the point after. Contias converts the extra point, Northwestern 35, Marquette 7. Here's the kick from Contias. The kick from Contias is returned 15 yards by Leonzanar, Hertel with the tackle. First and 10. Single wing formation. Woods in the shotgun. Leonzanar with the handoff. 3-yard run by Leonzanar, Deal on the tackle. Single wing formation. The give to Fidek. Fidek on the carry, gain of 7, Ryan on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Woods drops back to pass. Medium out. He dropped it. Woods throws incomplete to Vosberg, Ryan on the coverage. Second and 10 at the 35. Single wing formation. Leonzanar behind center. Medium hitch. Incomplete. Leonzanar throws incomplete to Caldegella, flag on the field.
Holding, offense. Number 96, 10-yard penalty.
Second and 20 from the 25. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Long cross. Incomplete. Woods passes to Berg, incomplete, Honenstein on the coverage. Third and 20 from the 25. Single wing formation. Woods calling signals. Fades back to pass. Short hitch to Thompson, he's got it. Woods passes to Thompson, gain of 10, Honenstein on the stop. Build a deep in punt formation. A 40-yard punt by Bilda, 6-yard return by Honenstein. Single wing formation. Ryan from the shotgun. He fades back to pass. Ryan dumps it to Lasky. Incomplete. Ryan throws incomplete to Lasky, Briggs on the coverage. Single wing formation. Ryan drops back to pass. Ryan will run. 9-yard run by Ryan, Marq on the tackle. Northwestern leads by 28. 3rd and 1 from the 40. 0:37 left in the second. Single wing formation. Ryan sets up in the pocket. Short out to Lasky. He dropped it. Ryan to Lasky, incomplete, Briggs on the coverage. Fourth and 1 from the 40. Single wing formation. Ryan calls the signals. Bootlet. Ryan with a gain of 1 on the play, Vosberg on the tackle. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Pitch left to Caldagelli. Caldagelli on the pitch, no gain, Young with the tackle. Marquette trailing by 28. Single wing formation. Woods hollers out the signals. Fades back to pass. Short outside pass to Vosberg, complete. Woods completes the pass to Vosberg, 18-yard gain, Ryan on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Woods calls out the signals. Fades back to pass. Long slant to Thompson. Woods throws incomplete to Thompson, Jefferson on the coverage, end of the first half, Northwestern 35. Here's the kick from Cantillas. The kick from Cantillas is returned 14 yards by Caldagelli, Mezek on the tackle. Single wing formation. Shotgun. The hand-off to Fidek. 2-yard run by Fidek, Daly on the tackle. Second and 8. Single wing formation. Woods sets up in the pocket. Medium crossing pattern to Vosberg, he dropped it. Woods to Vosberg, incomplete, Ryan on the coverage. Third and 8. Single wing formation. Woods drops back to pass. Short out to Vosberg. Incomplete. Woods to Vosberg, incomplete, Ryan with the coverage. Bilda back in punt formation. .42-yard punt by Bilda, return of 8 by Ryan. First and 10 from the 33. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Ryan calling the signals. Soper hands to McGurn. McGurn on the carry, gain of 1, Apolsky's on the tackle. Second and 9 from the 34. Single wing formation. The give to Ryan. He throws to Deal. He dropped it. Ryan to Deal, incomplete. Third and 9 from the 34. Single wing formation. Ryan at the line. Soper on the draw. Soper lost 2 on the play, Vosberg on the stop. Pertel back in punt formation. .38-yard punt by Pertel, return of 13 by Marq. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Woods fades back to pass. Cross. 1-yard run by Woods, A on the tackle. Single wing formation. Woods calls out the signals. He fades back to pass. Medium slant to Marq. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Marq. Hohenstein with the coverage. Third and 9. Single wing formation. Woods drops back to pass. Woods passes to Vosberg. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Vosberg. Ryan on the coverage. Build a deep in punt formation. "39-yard punt by Bilda, 7-yard return by Hohenstein. Single wing formation. Ryan in the shotgun. Ryan calls out the signals. Soper running. Ryan on the sweep, no gain. Thompson with the tackle. Second and 10. Single wing formation. Soper tucks it under. Ryan gains 3 on the sweep. Seifert on the tackle. Third and 7 from the 27. Single wing formation. Ryan drops back to pass. False. Ryan with a 3-yard run. Marq on the tackle. Pertel back in punt formation. "30-yard punt by Pertel, 5-yard return by Marq.
Holding, receiving team. 15-yard penalty.
Single wing formation. From the shotgun. Woods barks out the signals. The give to Woods. He throws to Caldagelli. Incomplete. Woods to Caldagelli, incomplete. Method on the coverage. Second and 10. Single wing formation. Woods sets up in the pocket. Woods is running with it. Woods with a gain of 1 on the play, EB on the tackle. Third and 9 from the 29. Single wing formation. Woods barks out the signals. Back to pass. Medium crossing pass to Vosberg. He dropped it. Woods throws incomplete to Vosberg. Bilda back in punt formation. "39-yard punt by Bilda, 6-yard return by Hohenstein. Single wing formation. Shotgun. Soper hands to McGurn. McGurn on the carry, gain of 2, Vizier on the tackle. Single wing formation. The handoff to Lasky. 1-yard run by Lasky, Phillips with the tackle. Flag on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 15, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, third down.
Third and 12. Single wing formation. Ryan fades back to pass. Medium into Daly. Complete. Ryan completes the pass to Daly, gain of 20, Leonzanar with the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Soper takes the handoff. Soper on the carry, no gain, Vosberg with the tackle. Single wing formation. Soper behind center. Soper on the draw. Soper the ball carrier, no gain, Marq on the tackle. Third and 10 from the 44. Single wing formation. Soper on the draw. Soper gains 2 on the draw, Apolsky's on the tackle. Pertel back in punt formation. Marq standing inside his own 10. "38-yard punt by Pertel, no return. Marquette trailing by 28. Single wing formation. Leonzinar behind center. Leonzinar in the shotgun. Short out. Caught by Caldagelli at the 16. Leonzinar completes the pass to Caldagelli, gain of 26, method on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Woods will have to run. Woods on the carry, gain of 1, Young on the tackle. Second and 9 from the 31. Single wing formation. Hand off to Leonzinar. He throws downfield to Vosberg, incomplete. Woods with the pass to Vosberg, incomplete. Third and 9 from the 31. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Short slant to Vosberg, incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Vosberg, Ryan on the coverage. Bilda back to punt. "35-yard punt by Bilda, return of 9 by Ryan. Northwestern by 28. First and 10. 5:26 left in the third. Single wing formation. Ryan in the shotgun. The give to Soper. Soper the ball carrier, no gain, Sleske on the tackle. Second and 10 from the 43. Single wing formation. They're in a slow down. Soper tucks it under. Ryan with the carry, no gain, Thompson on the tackle. Third and 10 from the 43. Single wing formation. Northwestern taking their time. Ryan drops back to pass. False. 1-yard gain by Ryan, his flag on the play.
Holding, offense. Number 51, 10-yard penalty.
Pertel will do the punting. "34-yard punt by Pertel, return of 6 by Marq. Marquette down by 28. Single wing formation. Woods from the shotgun. Leonzinar hands to Fidek. Fidek the ball carrier, no gain, Deal on the tackle. Golden Eagles trailing by 28. Second and 10 from the 28. 3:16 in the third. Single wing formation. Woods at the line. Hand off to Woods. He throws to Fidek. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Fidek. Jefferson on the coverage. Golden Eagles trailing by 28. Third and 10 at the 28. 3:05 left in the third. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Woods throws to Marq, complete. Woods completes the pass to Marq, 12-yard gain, Honenstein on the tackle, first down. Marquette trailing by 28. Single wing formation. Leonzenar behind center. Medium button hook. Complete. Leonzenar completes the pass to Vosberg, 46-yard gain, Ryan on the tackle, first down. Marquette trailing by 28. Single wing formation. Woods calls the signals. The give to Woods. He throws to Leonzenar. Incomplete. Woods to Leonzenar, incomplete, penalty on the play.
Holding, offense. Number 97, 10-yard penalty.
Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Pass in the flat to Caldagelli, incomplete. Woods to Caldagelli, incomplete, method on the coverage. Second and 20 from the 24. Single wing formation. Woods back to pass. Medium cross. Vosberg with the catch. Woods completes the pass to Vosberg, touchdown Marquette. Leonzenar will try the point after. Leonzenar makes the extra point, Northwestern 35, Marquette 14. Here's the kick from Koster. The kick from Koster is returned 20 yards by Ryan, Vilda on the tackle. Northwestern up 21. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Movement up front. Possible free play for Ryan. McGurn takes the handoff. McGurn on the carry, flag on the field.
Encroachment, defense. Number 96, 5-yard penalty.
First and 5 at the 48. Single wing formation. The give to Ryan. He throws to McGurn. Incomplete. Ryan throws incomplete to McGurn, Apolsky's on the coverage. Second and 5 from the 48. Single wing formation. Soper gives to McGurn. McGurn with the carry, gain of 6, Vizier on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. They're in a slow down. Give to Ryan. He throws to McGurn. He dropped it. Ryan to McGurn, incomplete, Apolsky's on the coverage. Second and 10 from the 42. Single wing formation. Bootleg. Ryan on the carry, gain of 2, Sleske on the tackle, end of the third quarter, Northwestern 35, Marquette 14. Third and 8 from the 40. Single wing formation. Give to Ryan. He throws to McGurn. He dropped it. Ryan throws incomplete to McGurn, Apolsky's on the coverage. Bertel back to punt. Woods waiting inside his own 10. A 25-yard punt by Bertel, out of bounds. Single wing formation. Woods from the shotgun. Fades back to pass. Woods passes to Thompson. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Thompson. Golden Eagles down 21. 2nd and 10 at the 15. Single wing formation. Woods drops back to pass. Screen to Vidic. He dropped it. Woods with the pass to Vidic, incomplete, method on the coverage. Golden Eagles trailing by 21. 3rd and 10 from the 15. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Medium crossing pattern, caught by Marq at the 36. Woods completes the pass to Marq, gain of 22, Honenstein on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Caldagelli with the handoff. Caldagelli on the carry, 3, penalty on the play.
Holding, offense. Number 96, 10-yard penalty.
Marquette trailing by 21. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Medium crossing pattern to Vosberg, complete. Woods completes the pass to Vosberg, gain of 29, Ryan on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Short hitch to Caldagelli. Incomplete. Woods to Caldagelli, incomplete, method on the coverage. Penalty on the play.
False start, offense. Number 97, 5-yard penalty, repeat, 2nd down.
Golden Eagles down 21. 2nd and 15 from the 49. Single wing formation. The give to Leonzinar. Leonzinar dumps it to Vidic, incomplete. Leonzinar throws incomplete to Vidic. Third and 15 from the 49. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Long slant. Incomplete. Woods with the pass to Vosberg, incomplete, Ryan on the coverage. Fourth and 15 from the 49. Single wing formation. Woods sets up in the pocket. Woods throws to Caldagelli. He dropped it. Woods throws incomplete to Caldagelli, method with the coverage. First and 10. Single wing formation. Ryan in the shotgun. Soper hands to McGurn. McGurn on the carry, no gain, Vosberg with the tackle. Second and 10 at the 49. Single wing formation. Northwestern working slowly. Ryan fades back to pass. Medium in. He dropped it. Ryan passes to Deal, incomplete, Leonzinar on the coverage. Third and 10. Single wing formation. The give to Ryan. He throws to Deal. Incomplete. Ryan passes to Deal, incomplete, penalty on the play.
Offsides, defense. Number 97, 5-yard penalty.
Third and 5 at the 46. Single wing formation. Bootleg. Ryan with a 2-yard run, Seifert on the tackle. Hertel deep in punt formation. Woods waiting inside his own 10. 22-yard punt by Pertel, out of bounds. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Woods fades back to pass. Woods will run. Woods on the carry, gain of 1, Young on the tackle. Single wing formation. Hand off to Fidek. Fidek with a gain of 2 on the play, penalty on the play.
Holding, offense. Number 57, 10-yard penalty.
Single wing formation. Woods back to pass. Medium sideline pass to Vosberg, incomplete. Woods passes to Vosberg, incomplete. Ryan with the coverage.
Pass interference, defense. Number 41, 15-yard penalty. Automatic, first down.
Single wing formation. The give to Caldagelli. Caldagelli on the sweep, no gain. Voits on the stop. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Woods checks down to Fidek, incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Fidek, Jefferson on the coverage. Third and 10. Single wing formation. Woods drops back to pass. Short hitch to Fidek, complete. Woods to Fidek, gain of 12, method with the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. Marquette in a hurry up. Caldagelli with the hand off. Caldagelli on the carry, loss of 1, Young on the tackle. Single wing formation. Marquette hustling to the line. Woods calls out the signals. Sets to throw. Woods throws to Caldagelli, complete. Woods completes the pass to Caldagelli, gain of 11, method on the tackle, first down. Single wing formation. They're in a hurry up. Lions in our hands to Caldagelli. Caldagelli on the carry, no gain, EB on the tackle. Single wing formation. They're in a hurry up. Woods is back to pass. He checks down to Vosberg, incomplete. Woods to Vosberg, incomplete. Ryan with the coverage. Third and 10. Single wing formation. Some movement up front. Possible free play for Woods. He fades back to pass. Medium cross to Thompson. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Thompson, penalty on the play.
Encroachment, defense. Number 40, 5-yard penalty.
Third and 5 from the 45. Single wing formation. Lions-Inar on the draw. Lions-Inar on the carry, loss of 3, Young on the tackle. Fourth and 8. Single wing formation. Marquette hustling to the line. Woods calling signals. Drops back to pass. Medium hitch to Caldagelli. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Caldagelli, method on the coverage. First and 10 at the 48. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Ryan at the line. Soper gives to McGurn. 3-yard run by McGurn, Apolsky's on the stop. Single wing formation. Northwestern working slowly. Ryan calls the signals. The give to Lasky. 9-yard run by Lasky, Marq on the tackle, first down. First and 10. Single wing formation. Ryan slow to the line. Ryan calls out the signals. Ryan is back to pass. False. Ryan the ball carrier, 3-yard gain, Vosberg with the tackle. Second and 7. Single wing formation. Slow down. Ryan at the line. Lasky with the handoff. 1-yard run by Lasky, Phillips on the tackle. Third and 6. Single wing formation. Slow down offense. Ryan drops back to pass. Short slant. Incomplete. Ryan throws incomplete to Deal, Lanzanar on the coverage. Hertel to punt. "35-yard punt by Hertel, out of bounds. Single wing formation. Shotgun formation. Lanzanar fades back to pass. Lanzanar will run. Lanzanar on the carry, gain of 4, EB on the tackle. Single wing formation. Marquette in a hurry up. Woods drops back to pass. Short sideline pass to Vidic. Incomplete. Woods to Vidic, incomplete. Marquette down by 21. Third and 6 from the 5. 4:09 left in the game. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Short hitch, caught by Vidic at the 11. Woods completes the pass to Vidic, gain of 8, Jefferson on the tackle, first down. First and 10 from the 13. Single wing formation. Marquette in a hurry up. Woods at the line. Fades back to pass. Woods dumps it to Caldagelli. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Caldagelli, method on the coverage. Second and 10 from the 13. Single wing formation. Woods yelling out the signals. Some movement up front. Possible free play for Woods. Fades back to pass. Woods dumps it to Vidic, complete. Woods to Vidic, gain of 11, flag on the play.
Encroachment defense. Number 40, 5-yard penalty.
Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Short outside pass to Caldagelli, complete. Woods completes the pass to Caldagelli, gain of 14, method on the tackle, first down. Marquette trailing by 21. First and 10. 3:10 in the fourth. Single wing formation. Woods at the line. Back to pass. Woods throws to Marq. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Marq. Jefferson on the coverage. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Short outside pass. Caught by Marq for a first down. Woods to Marq. Gain of 15. Ryan on the tackle. First down. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Short out. Caught by Vidic at the 40. Woods completes the pass to fight it. Penalty flag.
Holding, offense. Number 97, 10-yard penalty.
First and 20 from the 43. Single wing formation. Hand off to Lanzanar. He throws to Berg. He dropped it. Lanzanar passes to Berg. Incomplete. Honenstein on the coverage. Marq down 21. Second and 20 from the 43. 2:12 left in the game. Single wing formation. Current drive, 9 plays, 42 yards. 2:26 off the clock. Woods sets up in the pocket. He checks down to fight it. Incomplete. Woods to fight it. Incomplete. Jefferson with the coverage. Third and 20 from the 43. Single wing formation. Woods fades back to pass. Woods is off and running. Woods on the carry, gain of 1, Voits with the tackle. Marq trailing by 21. Fourth and 19 at the 44. Single wing formation. Woods calls out the signals. Northwestern jumped. Possible free play for Woods. He fades back to pass. Long outside pass. Incomplete. Woods throws incomplete to Berg. Flag on the play.
Encroachment, defense. Number 51, 5-yard penalty.
Marq trailing by 21. Fourth and 14. Single wing formation. Woods barks out the signals. Fades back to pass. Long outside pass to Thompson. Incomplete. Woods to Thompson, incomplete. Single wing formation. Ryan in the shotgun. Ryan at the line. Bootleg. Wide open field. Ryan on the bootleg, 17-yard gain, Reed on the tackle, first down. Northwestern ahead by 21. Single wing formation. Ryan slow to the line. Ryan fades back to pass. False. Has room to run. 28-yard gain by Ryan, Koster on the tackle, first down. Soper takes a knee. Northwestern 35, Marq 14.